fucking hide from me, you're dead!
Stop moving around so much!
What's your business, stranger? Hannibal says I gotta let folks like you in, but that don't mean I have to like it. Keep your hands in sight and don't make any sudden moves. I'm coming down to open the gate. Yes, that's locked, and yes, I can see you eyeing it. Hannibal is upstairs somewhere. I'm locking the door behind you, so don't try anything. I'm watching you.
Hello, ma'am. How goes your studying today?
I've been reading about Abraham Lincoln. He was a very great man, Bill. A very great man.
Bill, I have some sewing for you. Look at my room.
You don't look like much, stranger. Bet you run from rad roaches. Don't fuck with me. Hannibal says I can't shoot you, but I ain't trusting you with a gun to my back. I shoot nosy people. What the hell do you think I do? I protect this place. Not for long. Me and my merc crew were captured by slavers. 7 months I groveled and obeyed like a good lapdog. When I saw my chance, I took it. I had nowhere else to go. Hannibal took me in. He never cared about my past. This place is the death of all slavers. Maybe someday, the death of slavery. Hannibal has a plan. We're too small right now, but someday we'll be big enough to take them on. Goddamn rookie. That's Lincoln. He freed some slaves a long time ago. If you want to know more, come listen to Hannibal give his speech. He does it right after the noon meal.
Let me tell you the story of Abraham Lincoln. He was born a Tucketeersman. The truth of this mysterious title has been lost, but we know it was a great honor. As a child, he could not bear to see any animal chained or imprisoned. He was even known to set free the family Brahmin on occasion. As a youth, Abraham Lincoln fought raiders in the War of the Blackhawks. When the war ended, he settled down to rule the Lenoi, a small tribe of free men. He grew so famous that one day he was made president. He ruled over all the land. When he declared that all slaves must be freed, the slavers rebelled against his rule. They fought a great war, which Lincoln won. When he came to free the slaves, an assassin of the slavers struck him down. In the confusion, a few of the slavers escaped. Lincoln's generals hunted them, but could not find them. The bombs ended the era of Lincoln, but we will resurrect his voice. We will restore the greatness of his vision, where all men are created equal and all men can live free. Ah, a visitor. Welcome to the Temple of the Union. I'm not going to ask you who you are. For the moment, I don't care. We are all escaped slaves. I need your solemn promise not to betray us to Paradise Falls or the slavers. Until I get that, you cannot leave here. So, do I have your word? Welcome, sister, to the Temple of the Union. Our home is your home. Your past is your own affair so long as you serve our common good. As a symbol of our trust, here is a key to the gate. For 23 years I was a slave, ever since I was 14. 6 years ago, I managed to escape from my master. He's been hunting me ever since. When I found the head of Lincoln here, I knew it was a sign for me to help other slaves to escape. I founded the Temple of the Union as a safe haven for runaway slaves everywhere. We are trying to make a safe haven for all runaway slaves. We give food and supplies to any that find us and help them on their way. What? That's Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator. We don't know how it came to be here, but it's fitting, don't you think? May the spirit of the great Lincoln protect you.
Excuse me, sir. Our food is running low. 3 days, maybe 4 at best.
Simone and I will go hunting soon. Probably tomorrow.
Morning. You're new. I'm Caleb. If you're going to be staying a while, I could use some help.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Okay.
Ah, welcome, weary traveler. You look like a traveler in need of relaxation and the finest of chemical assistance. Well, wander no more, my good friend, for I am Doc Hoff, procurer of the finest of medical goods and chemical assistance. Now, how may I help you? Let's see what the good doctor has in his magic bag, shall we?
It's nothing short of a miracle.
Another satisfied.
See you next time.
Nothing short of a miracle. Short of a miracle. Thought I
When I
saw a
get
super
time,
mutant out past the road.
maybe once
Took
or
a shot
twice a
at it,
week.
and it ran away.
I'll try to do better.
Next time, don't waste the ammo. Wait for it
Hey.
to get closer.
Pardon my intrusion, sir. Is there anything you'll be needing today?
I need more steel rods. At least as long as your arm. I'll take as many of them as you can find, and don't mind the rust. My former master trained me in masonry. I fix things. Someday I hope to reattach Lincoln's head to the statue in the memorial. The stone head is from the statue of Abraham Lincoln. Hannibal wants me to reattach it to the statue in the memorial. We are the only hope for runaway slaves everywhere. Rivet City and the Citadel can't be bothered with helping slaves. They turn a blind eye. We are the only ones willing to stand against Paradise Falls and slavery. Long time ago, 8 years, I think, 3 of us escaped during the night. They caught Lizel and John. I made it into the wasteland. Raiders took me in at first. When I heard about this place, I knew I had to come here.
Begging your pardon, ma'am. Is there anything you need?
Yeah. Give me 1,000 rounds of 5.56. You're a useless puke, Bill. Get away from me.
Do you think the slavers know where we are?
I don't think so. Don't worry, we're well armed and soon we'll have a new home, safe from them. Bill found some ammo yesterday, only a clip and a half, but it's better than nothing.
Huh. I suppose that little shit isn't totally useless. I'll grab it before I turn in tonight.
Haven't you been listening? That's Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator. He was a stonemason. It will fall to him to restore the memorial as best he can. He's been pestering me for weeks now to get him some things he needs. I don't have time to deal with him right now. May the spirit of the great Lincoln protect you.
Hannibal told you about Lincoln's memorial? Well, he doesn't just want to live there. He also wants to restore it. Make it so people tell stories about it and the word can get to the slaves. But I can't restore something if I don't know what it looked like. I need a drawing, a photograph of it. Yes, there might be one in the Museum of History. Alejandra says they have a special exhibit all about Lincoln. Okay.
I suppose you aren't as bad as I thought. Most Wastelanders wouldn't have agreed to help us. You should get your face out of those books and learn how to shoot before someone puts a collar back on you.
I hate guns. Besides, the pen is mightier than the sword. Or the assault rifle.
Hey, I'd still like to learn how to shoot, Simone. Do you have time tomorrow?
I don't know, Caleb. Ammo is tight. I shouldn't use it up like that.
Mississippi's veil with my old hat there for a sail. I crossed upon a cotton bale to the Rose of Alabama. Oh, brown Rosie, Rose of Alabama. My sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. My sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. I landed on the horse and bank, I sat upon a hollow plank. There I made the banjo twang for Rose of Alabama. Oh, brown Rosie, Rose of Alabama. My sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. My sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. Said sit down just where you please. Across my legs she took her ease. It's good to go upon the knees, says Rose of Alabama. Oh, brown Rosie, Rose of Alabama. My sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. drink it well. Banjo in the river fell, oh, Rose of Alabama. Oh, brown Rosie, Rose of Alabama. Our sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. Our sweet tobacco posy is the Rose of Alabama. Like alligator after prey, I plunge in, but it